Imagine carrying a massive boulder on your back. Your spine is bowing, your knees are shaking, and you are entirely out of breath. You ask for relief, but instead of the boulder vanishing, your muscles suddenly multiply in density. Your skeleton reinforces. The weight remains the same, but you can now carry it effortlessly. This physical intuition mirrors the reality of the Prophet Muhammad's early mission in Mecca. The sheer scale of the message he was tasked with delivering, the dawah, felt heavy enough to crush his spirit. The opening of Surah Ash-Sharh addresses this pressure directly. These 3 verses intervene in that moment of exhaustion. Allah didn't cancel the mission. Instead, the verses ask, "Did we not expand for you your chest?" By expanding his internal fortitude, the heavy burden became light. This reveals the mechanism of divine relief. Allah grants an internal upgrade, giving the soul the exact capacity required to stand tall under a heavy load. Verse 4 adds a final component to this support, "And we raised high your mention." The Prophet's name was eternally linked to the name of Allah, declared by millions across every century. This meant his isolating, exhausting struggle in the valleys of Mecca would result in a universal legacy. His personal endurance was the very thing building a global impact. Carrying the heaviest personal burdens for a higher purpose is the exact process that secures an elevated, lasting rank. The surah then establishes a universal law for every human struggle. For indeed, with hardship comes ease. We usually assume relief is sequential, that we suffer through a timeline of hardship and find ease waiting for us at the end of the road. The Arabic preposition ma corrects this. It means with. Ease is deployed concurrently. It acts as the support system helping you carry the current load while the struggle is still happening. Because the human mind often loses perspective under stress, the surah repeats this phrase back to back. It is a psychological anchor designed to provide absolute certainty that relief is present. Looking forward to a future rescue can be a distraction. The relief is already operating inside the struggle if you know where to look. You can test this equation in your own life right now. Think of one specific, crushing hardship you are currently facing. Now identify one distinct ease or blessing that exists simultaneously with that struggle to help you carry it. Training your mind to identify this concurrent ease is the practical way to experience an expanded chest. The final 2 verses explain how to continually access this ease when life becomes overwhelming. This is the concept of at-tajarrud, or detachment. When your work with people is done, the command is to intentionally empty yourself of life's distractions. Struggles in this life requires a reservoir of spiritual provision. You restock that provision through intensely focused, private devotion to the Creator. Recovery is an active process. You rebuild your capacity to struggle by stepping away from worldly noise and reconnecting with the source of your strength. We can now see the complete architecture of relief within these verses, built on 3 specific elements. First, recognize that divine intervention often appears as inner expansion rather than the removal of your duties. Second, remember that hardship is never isolated. It travels with a constant, simultaneous ease. Third, use worldly detachment and divine devotion to restock the spiritual provision you need for the road ahead. Struggles in this life will never fully cease.